Hello, and welcome to the Binge Effect. Today, we're doing a recap and review of the Challenge 41 launch special. For those who are new to the show, the challenge is a reality competition which combines physical ability with mental and social strategy. Imagine a mashup between Big Brother, Survivor, and Ninja Warrior. Challengers come from a range of reality TV shows such as Survivor and Big Brother and have to compete in a series of challenges and avoid elimination in order to make it to the final and compete for the cash prize. The theme of this season is Vets and New Threats and will feature 16 veterans of the challenge competing alongside and against 16 rookies for the title of Challenge Champion. Moving on to the cast for this season, and just a little disclaimer, I've only watched the challenge from season 30 onwards, excluding Vendettas, so my knowledge on some of the challenges may be a little limited, so forgive me. I would also just like to say, to whomever choreographed these promo photos, I'd like some of what you're smoking, cause what the are these? Now, with that little tangent out of the way, we have the vets. First to the plate is CT, widely regarded as the GOAT of the challenge. With 20 seasons and 5 wins under his belt, it's not hard to see why. He's back again rocking the dad bod. However, we saw what he looked like when he won War of the Worlds 2, so we can't count him out this season. Next up is Ashley. I'm personally a big fan of Ashley, and with 2 wins out of her 10 challenges, she's a force to be reckoned with. Her last appearance on All Stars Rivals was not her best. However, it could be said that she was held back by her partner that season, Anissa. They left the season still pretty much rivals, and it will be interesting to see how they interact on this season.
Play with me. I am not the
I'll play with you all day, honey.
No, you won't.
This is not fun.
Turbo is back again after also competing in All Stars Rivals and making it pretty far with his teammate Nani. After his win on his debut season, War of the Worlds, he's had a tumultuous ride on the challenge, as we see his temper often gets the better of him, similar to CT back in the day. Can he keep his cool this season? We'll see.
Some people is the dream to be here. Then
I'll come every time I want.
Coming to Naya, and I don't really know her too well, however, she performed pretty well in the last season, Battle of the Eras. She's also partaken in 5 challenges and has shown that she's no one to be slept on. Derek C, and I also don't know too much about him, being first introduced to him in season 40 again, and as someone who completely underestimated him, he had me eating my words, not gonna lie, not only making it to the final, but coming in second place, and he didn't coast either. He did what he had to do socially, but when it came time, he aced the challenges, and I can't wait to see what he's got this season. Now, I've got a love-hate relationship with this next contestant, Cara Maria. Yeah, she's a very good competitor, and I don't completely hate her personality. However, she always seems to be in opposition with the people I'm rooting for. But with her 16 challenges and 2 wins, she's a fierce competitor that people should definitely keep an eye on this season. Aviv, we love seeing Aviv. She's also another challenger I was first introduced to last season, and she again showed up. As part of Johnny's Angels, she went far in the season and did her thing in the challenges too, being eliminated only a couple of episodes before the final whilst having an injury. She's an OG to the game, and it's clear to see that she still got it. Big up Theo. As a fellow Brit, I've always got to show my people love. I first watched him on Love Island UK years ago, and he was an absolute menace.
Gigantic bellend.
Mate, what are you calling a bellend?
I'm calling you a bellend.
Why are you calling me a bellend? Sit down, stop.
He's since competed in 4 challenges and always does decently, often targeted due to his background in competitive sprinting. This season, I want to see him play a bit more of a political game, as I'd say that's his biggest downfall currently. Hopefully, he'll have some help in that department from his girlfriend, who's actually our next contestant, Olivia. She's a very new challenger, having partook in 3 challenges, with her first being season 38, Ride or Dies. She's a very all-round player, doing well in challenges and socially. However, I'm still not over her betrayal of her closest friends, Horacio and Nerys, in season 39, Challenge for a New Champion, especially since Horacio was her ride or die the season before. Crazy. Next we have Michaela, and with 2 challenges under her belt, Michaela has shown she's a big competitor, even to her downfall in her original season of Survivor, where her alliance voted her out after she played too hard and showed them just how strategic she was. Though she didn't fare so well being one of the first eliminated on Spies, Lies and Allies, I've seen that she did very well in the Challenge USA, coming in 3rd place, so I can't wait to see what she cooks up this season. After Michaela, we have Leroy, an OG and all-round cool guy, but low-key, I see him as one of the best losers of the challenge, competing 15 times but unable to bring home a win. He's recently just come out of retirement, so we'll see if he's actually able to swim and bring home a dub this season. Derek K, another OG of the challenge, with 3 wins out of his 14 appearances. He's a competitor with a lot of heart and grit in the challenge. Being injured last season and still battling through the pain for a number of episodes, it's good to see him back. Now we have Johnny Bananas, my personal GOAT of the challenge, with the most wins and challenges of any other challenger, with 7 wins and 24 challenges. Not too many people rival this man. Any season he's allowed to get any momentum on becomes his for the win. He's proven time and time again that this record isn't just from his glory days, with 2 of his 7 wins being in recent times, Free Agents and Total Madness, and getting into the final in a handful of other recent seasons, last season for example. With so many iconic moments, I can't wait to see him in this season.
Split the winnings with Sarah, or are you going to take the whole entire $275,000 yourself?
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the money and run, teacher.
Just secure your spot is the one.
Now from a high, we have a low. Yeah, it's Aneesa. Now, I'm not even trying to hate on her like that, but why the fuck is she back? With 19 challenges and 0 wins, her performance in recent years doesn't leave me wondering why. Again, I haven't seen any seasons before Dirty 30, and I'm sure she was once a worthy competitor, but I think her time is done. And after that woeful performance in All Stars Rivals, I was very surprised to see her on this roster. She doesn't train or seem like she even wants to win, as she sits back and claims, "Ooh, I play a social game," but it's never enough to get out into the final, as she's often eliminated just before because everyone sees her as a liability. I want her to come into this season and prove me wrong. However, I fear that whoever she's partnered with this season is going to struggle how Ashley did on All Stars 5. We've not seen him in a while, but back for season 41 is Rogan. Now, I've seen 2 of his 3 seasons, one of which he won. I'm not one to discredit wins. However, there's definitely an argument to be made that he was carried to the final of War of the Worlds 2 after snaking the rest of his UK team, but a win is a win. Now, hearing that he gassed out and was first eliminated on Vendettas, to then watching him beg not to be thrown into elimination and snaking his team on War of the Worlds 2, I'm not really holding my breath for this season, but he could very well prove me wrong and dominate, so let's see. Last up for the vets is Nany. Competing in 12 seasons, Nany is well and truly a vet of the game. Often getting to the final, she just falls short of a win. Nany's cool, and I see that she wants to win more than anything, and she always shows up in her seasons. I look forward to seeing if this is a season she's able to pull it out of the bag. With the vets out of the way, let's move on to the new threats. I only know 2 people from this roster, the first being Jake, aka Jake the Snake from Love Island UK Season 7. Now, I know him as a waste man, but I'm coming into this with an open mind and we'll see how he fares. The second new threat that I've seen before is Izzy from Too Hot to Handle Season 3. She's feisty, fit, and I'm sure she'll make a good competitor. After that, we have the Big Brother players, Cedric, America, Blue, and Tay. Now, Big Brother US is very different from Big Brother UK, as their version is a lot more about strategy and social game compared to the UK, which is based more on public perception and public voting, which makes them big threats and perfect for a show like The Challenge. Next up are the Survivor players, Dee, the winner from Survivor 45, and Sydney from Survivor 41. I used to watch Survivor back in the day, and if you've seen it, you'll also know it is no joke. You have to survive with basically nothing and live off rations for a month, all while competing in physical challenges and using social strategy to avoid tribal council and being voted off. Another show that will have prepared Dee and Sydney for the challenge. However, we've seen in the past that Survivor players often struggle to integrate into the challenge and can often play too hard, too fast, getting them voted off early. So let's hope they can adapt. For the rest of the new threats, we have Leka from Canada's Ultimate Challenge, Adrienne from Married at First Sight UK, Gabe, a former WWE wrestler, Justin from Cheer, Jeremy from The Amazing Race, Will from Are You The One, Leonardo from Love Island USA, and last but not least, we have Ben, the boxer. With the cast out of the way, let's get up to speed with the launch special. The 16 new threats are given the chance to sell themselves to the vets, with the first challenge being a race up and down a tall-ass mountain in order to determine the order they move into the house and choose their partner. The vets and rookies race together up the mountain, with Jeremy and Izzy leading the pack, while the other vets and rookies build rapport. Alongside the challenge, we're shown each rookie's interrogation. TJ interrogates the rookies one by one, while the vets watch and ask each rookie why they're here. We learn that Cedric and Jeremy are both former Marines. We see the Big Brother players are relying on their social game to advance, whereas the survivors are a lot more confident in their physical strength. And I would also just like to divert everyone's attention to CT over here, looking like
Daddy Hybrid.
Jeremy is first to the summit, with Izzy just behind. Jake the Snake is in third, to my surprise, because I thought these Love Island Dunnies muscles were all just for show, so big up. We learn that both Izzy and Jake have athletic backgrounds in hockey and boxing respectively, so keep an eye out because they're also dominating this first challenge. Sydney makes it to the top in 4th place, followed by Aviv and Cedric. Olivia comes in 7th, Bananas is in 8th, and then Derek and Gabe round out the top 10. Turbo's 11th, Ben is 12th, Cara is 13th, with Dee, Will, Michaela, Adrienne, and Leo bringing up the middle of the pack. We're introduced to Adrienne, and she tells us that after marrying a stranger at first sight, not much can faze her, and how her recent weight loss journey has inspired her to show people that it truly is mind over matter, and props to her because her hard work really shows and she looks stunning. Rogan is 19th, followed by Ashley. Nani and Justin are in 21st and 22nd place respectively, with Blue in 23rd. Blue says she's going to use the cute and fun perception people have of her to her advantage, and she's here for her mom, who's persevered through some brain injuries, and she wants to take her on holiday to Korea. And through her tears, she also admits,
I would also, all jokes aside, I would like to get bigger titties.
Derek C is 24th, followed by Leroy, Leka, and Theo. 28th is Naya, with Tay just behind, but Naya decides to take a break at the top, as she ain't killing herself for this challenge. America is 30th, with CT and Anissa in last. Expected from Anissa, a shock from CT, but we've seen he's quite bulkier this season. During Dee's interrogation, she says she plans on using her survivor winning strategy of manipulating everyone, but also says she prefers to work in a team. And just as the previous bets, Johnny steps out of the shadows and he asks,
Do you have a boyfriend? Would you like one?
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Jeremy's first back and he's happy to win, but he's worried as he now might be the target, which is confirmed by the confessionals.
I think Tarzan definitely stands out to me.
He literally looks like he's Thor.
This long hair, broad shoulders, and I'm like, we gotta get this guy out of here.
Jeremy's gonna be a problem.
Everyone else follows behind, roughly in the same order, and they all make their way back to the house, with Naya and CT coming in last. Izzy wants to partner with Theo, as he comes with Olivia, someone she wants to work with. Jake wants to pick Liv for the same reason, and we can see that a UK alliance is on the cards. Everyone is gushing over Blue, which is all part of her strategy as a social chameleon. Meanwhile, people are becoming wary of Dee. Bananas expresses to Dee that he wants to partner with her, but she says in a confessional that she's trying to avoid that since he has a lot of enemies in the game. Instead of strategizing, Rogan's eyeing up Izzy, but I don't blame him. Izzy and Rogan flirt and end up smooching, and we learn that he's partaking in what the people call
politicking.
and he's using his charm to try and further himself in the game. It's the next day, and TJ is explaining the theme of the season and how the partner selection will work, with the male new threat partnering with a female vet and vice versa. Jeremy is first, and he picks Aviv as she's good at puzzles and because of her connection with Johnny. Izzy picks Theo, to Rogan's dismay. Cedric picks Olivia, and Sydney picks Leroy, to his surprise, but she explains that she's just after his social capital. Alright. Then Jake picks Cara, Michaela picks Will, Bananas picks Dee, Adrienne picks Rogan, Turbo picks America, and Ashley picks Gabe, but she calls him Will. Derek K picks Lekka, Nani picks Ben, Derek C picks Blue, and Tay chooses CT.
Why did you pick me? It's because no one was laughing.
Leonardo then picks Anissa over Naya. And then that leaves Naya and Justin. Last, but I definitely don't think they should be slept on. Now, in my opinion, the teams to watch will be Izzy and Theo, Jeremy and Aviv, and I think Jake and Cara will actually fly under the radar but will do decently in all the challenges. However, I will say all the teams are very strong this season. The episode ends with TJ telling the challengers that their first test as partners starts now, and we get a little season preview.
I think you all need some new partners.
All plans, social games, garbage.
If you think I feel good about being attached to you, I don't. 6 seasons in, 2 finals. Where the are you at?
The heaviest thing some of these bitches have ever lifted are their eyelashes.
You as a little brain dumbass, shut up. You come to me and you learn everything.
Bitch, don't play with me. I am not the play with you all day, honey. No, you won't.
This is not fun.
You guys can go back and check the tapes. There's 2 whole red peppers back there.
That's cheating, bro.
I mean, what's cheating?
The one thing that I hate worse than quitters are cheaters.
My original thoughts coming into the season was worrying that the cast might not be up there with previous seasons, you know, with the exclusion of newer era players such as Josh, Tori, and Michelle. However, I think it will be refreshing to have some of the old school players, and I think the new threats are definitely worthy of taking us into the next era of the challenge. I think Jeremy is definitely in big danger of being a first boot like Asaf in Total Madness, or at the very least, he's going to get targeted to like Horacio. I think Bananas is in a good spot this season, having lots of friends and not too many vets that would immediately be a big threat to take him out, though we did see Nani begin to distance herself from him this episode. I think the emerging UK alliance could be a big threat to protect each other and go to the end, but that's only if they're not clocked and picked off early on. And a funny theory I saw online was that CT's dad bod is actually strategic, because if he came in the challenge lean, he'd be instantly targeted. I personally don't think this theory holds weight, but hey, who knows. But anyway, those are just my initial thoughts of the season. I would love to know what you think. Please let me know in the comment section below, and if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe for the next episode's recap and review.